Donald Trump and Brian Kemp are buddies again. We're going to show that clip. We have Pete Buttigieg and Elon Musk in a bit of an online tussle. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug TeNapel. You found our channel. And we're going to give you some updates real quick on the storm, including quotes from Kemp and video from Trump. But first, over on Twitter, here's Secretary Pete Buttigieg. No one is shutting down the airspace, and FAA doesn't block legitimate rescue and recovery flights. If you're encountering a problem, give me a call, is what Buttigieg is trying to fight back on the people on the ground, saying that people are not able to fly and move because of the FAA. Their flights are getting grounded. Their helicopters are being grounded. People aren't allowed to drive in and help. Elon Musk responds directly to Pete Buttigieg. He says there are hundreds of reports of FEMA, FAA blocking flights. This literally just happened. I will follow you. So he's following him on Twitter now, meaning they can direct message each other. Please DM, direct message me, the number to call. And then he follows up again, still waiting. The helicopter is trying to land to deliver critical supplies. What's the number to call? DM me. It had been 7 minutes. Now that is Elon Musk on the job. You know how he works, man. He's like, you get this done. Quit BSing me. Pete Buttigieg is BSing you and lying. And Elon Musk right now, his helicopters can't land to deliver people emergency supplies. Here's Sean Davis. Well, first I'll do Peachy Keenan. Let's go down to that tweet first. Friends in Tennessee are telling me there are guards at the Tennessee-North Carolina border to prevent anyone from Tennessee going in to help. And then here's Sean Davis, whom I've had lunch with. He lives here in Tennessee. Also, US 19 West, US 70, Tennessee the 395, Tennessee the 107, Tennessee the 143, the 208, the 1189, and the 1182 are all blocked at the Tennessee-North Carolina border. So we're starting to have people call in with the truth, using social media and free speech to fight the fake lies from Pete Buttigieg, from Joe Biden, from the media, from Kamala Harris. Here's Brian Kemp.
There was also a lady trapped in her car for 3 or 4 days, another trapped in her home for the same amount of time. Thankfully, they were rescued by some of our finest. But we've heard of many other horrific stories like this.
Brian Kemp is sharing stories of people on the ground, but they're surrounded. There's Trump next to him, but he's surrounded by water bottles. These are privately or state funded, not FEMA.
We prayed with grieving people and had the honor of shaking hands of those who have worked without sleep, hardly taking any breaks, and without slowing down to get those trapped in homes free. They were feeding those without food and getting housing for those that no longer had a home.
These are volunteer states. This is how the South works, guys. It's families, it's churches, it's small people. They show up and they volunteer more time than any liberal equivalent. Any liberal county always volunteers less time than any conservative county. They also give less blood. Conservatives give more blood than any liberal county going on percentage.
It is my honor, and I want to thank President Trump for coming back to our state again for the second time to view storm damage and keep a national focus on our state as we recover. I hope you'll welcome the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump. Mr. President.
There's a handshake. It's very important because they have to look in public like they get along and like they're united. Trump went out there to bring attention to Brian Kemp and the problems of these states, which is very generous and very right thing to do.
Brian, thank you very much. Your governor's doing a fantastic job, I will tell you that. And we've just met a group of really wonderful patriots that are working very hard. They've done it before, but they told me they've never seen one like this, Brian. This is the worst they've seen. And some of them are looking back 25 years. That's a lot. But
this is a once in a 25-year, probably even longer history. But Trump specifically is there in Georgia bringing water, fuel trucks and meeting with Brian Kemp. That's where our own, some of you have funded our own ministry where we go down and help in Dalton County, Georgia. And the rest of the team, the permanent team that's down there in Georgia, is currently doing search and rescue and clearing out trees from roads so we can get people in there.
I want to thank Elon Musk, by the way, for his quick action with Starlink. He supplied a lot of equipment to the governor, to Georgia and to North Carolina in particular, and he acted very, very quickly. They needed communication. There was no communication. The poles are down, the wires are down. And he acted really, really quickly. In fact, I called him, and I was getting thank you notices already from North Carolina and Georgia, and I wasn't off the phone with him, so I don't know what the hell I guess he's got some kind of a little special deal going. He works pretty fast, I'll tell you, but he's been great.
I believe Elon Musk has some kind of a weird new satellite that allows people to use their cell phones and turns their cell phones into a kind of an internet router that can directly get send and receive messages from the Starlink satellites. He launched 700 Starlink satellites are out there in a mesh around the earth right now. So he's the future of the internet in space.
Mr. Trump, Audrey Rushmore with Channel 2, what is your relationship like now with Governor Kemp?
It's great. No. It's great. No, we work together. We've always worked together very well. Really well. It's top. Yes?
They're trying to bring drama between he and Kemp back up, which we don't do. I think it's great that they're partners. Doesn't mean you trust Kemp. Doesn't mean Kemp supporters trust Trump. But they are united as Republicans, united trying to get this work done. And that's what's most important. I think this could help Trump get some more of Brian Kemp's never Trumper supporters, which, all he needs is 1 or 2% in Georgia, and he's got it locked.
Yeah, of course they are. It's been a terrible response from the White House. They're missing $1 billion that was used for another purpose, and nobody's seen anything like that. No, from that standpoint, it's been terrible.
Yeah, the White House blew this one. That's why it's good that we have people who care on the ground like Trump and Brian Kemp.
I'm not thinking about voters right now. I'm thinking about lives, and to be honest, it's much bigger than anything else, but we're thinking about lives, a lot of lives lost, a lot of people missing, and that's what I'd be focused on right now.
He is putting Georgia above politics. Kamala Harris can go off and do all her fundraising. Trump is on the ground serving the people, does not care. He said it's more important than the election. I'm Doug in Exile.